today we've got a really fun timepiece to talk about, both from this specific timepiece and just the company that made it. It's just watchmaking at its finest. So today we're going to look at a Carl F. Bucherer Flyback Chrono. And I just think that Jordan actually helped pick this watch today to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think the reasons are pretty obvious, so I'll let him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at it, it's such a gorgeous timepiece, and it's kind of got like a military feel to it. Obviously, with the flyback function kind of originating back to kind of a pilot's military type functionality to be able to kind of one touch go back to restart the time. With the strap, with the dial design, it screams kind of like military watch,
right?
Which is kind of one of the things I'm really interested in right now. It's really making a big push in the watch community. So it's timely, I think, of a timepiece. But
I like the idea of having some applicable function,
right,
as well as some cool kind of come from history, right? Like it
absolutely.
makes every time you look at that watch, that's not a cool.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. And yeah, this watch is no exception to that. It just has such a nice wrist presence to it. It's not too big, not too small. It's Goldilocks just right? It's exactly what you would want in a timepiece. Do you happen to know what the dimension?
42 millimeters.
42. Okay. So that's right there in the middle, right? Perfect. Whether you like larger watches, small watches, you can find a happy middle.
I think so, and I think with this one specifically, they've got such a nice kind of comfortable, happy medium with their domed crystal, almost a box style crystal here. It goes all the way out, so the face looks big, but the case doesn't sit too wide.
Yep, that's
right.
right.
A lot of times you get like a dive watch or sport watch with a big bezel to it,
right?
And then the dial itself gets kind of small, and then the whole thing is big. And this just looks so symmetric and so tailored to a wrist.
It does.
I mean, it's just a beautifully made watch.
Absolutely, and with the logo on the crown there, and then the pushers. Yeah, wow.
Just lovely, and I love the red second hand. I love the red lettering. It's just kind of a good traditional, right, stand out from that strong black dial with the sub dials easily readable. I mean,
I was going to say the sub dials ticking, and then the functionality there of the pushers, which makes the red go. Swiss made automatic movement.
Swiss made, all in house. I mean, Carl F. Bucherer is one of the older watch companies in the world. Actually, they've really played an important role in the Swiss watchmaking industry. The family started as jewelers at a jewelry store in Lucerne, which is this beautiful little mountain-esque village on the side of a mountain in Switzerland. They had a jewelry store, and then one of the members of the family started making watches. Carl.
Yeah. Fitting.
Started making watches and really got into the education of other watchmakers and really, helping people, because at the time it was very, very important in Switzerland to know how to make jewelry, know how to make watches, know how to make something.
Right.
Because that was the biggest part of the economy, and so that family of the Bucherers really took a lot of people in and told them that. So from that jewelry store, they started the Bucherer watches,
right?
Which were called Bucherer watches for a long time. Recently, they've kind of rebranded as Carl F. Bucherer.
Okay.
In the last, I want to say 15, 20 years. But Bucherer, the jewelry store, also remained, and so parts of the family went off and started did the watch company, and another part of the family did the Bucherer boutiques, which are actually the biggest retailer of Audemars Piguets and Rolexes worldwide.
Really?
They have huge boutiques starting in Switzerland and every corner of the globe.
Wow.
They go in New York, they've got one in Vegas. They're pretty new to the American market. They actually purchased what we used to call Tourneau.
Really?
And so those are rebranding all the Tourneau stores as Bucherer boutiques.
Interesting.
Wow, and so they're gonna be a lot more kind of well known in America over the coming years.
Right.
But their watchmaking is, like I said, it's all in house and it's all beautifully done. You can see just the finish on these watches from every angle is what you would expect out of a $20,000 or $30,000 watch.
Yeah.
And like this watch comes in at $7,000, $7,100. I mean, it's the value that you get from a finishing standpoint, from a quality of manufacturer standpoint.
functionality, even
Yeah, I mean,
design.
easily double.
Yeah,
And they're only making 12,000 or less watches a year.
really.
And so it's very exclusive distributorship.
Okay,
Like, you can get them in the boutiques,
right,
obviously.
of course.
And then just a few, independent, long-standing retailers like us, they partnered with for years. We've been a partner with them. So it's something that we just really feel honored to do, and honored
Yeah.
to be able to bring it to the Houston watch
Absolutely.
community.
Yeah, something to be proud of. Absolutely, something you'd be proud of owning too.
Yeah,
Just
man,
be
this is
something in and of
this
itself.
this is a piece that, Karl F. Bucher is probably not the first watch in the watch collector's collection,
Right.
but it's that first watch that there's a story behind,
Mhm.
right? Like this isn't just okay. So I got a Rolex, which is a great place to start. Okay,
Right,
I got an Omega,
right.
boom, went to the moon, right?
Right.
I got a tag because they're cool and readily
Fast
available,
cars.
right?
Yeah.
The Bucher's the one where you start digging a little deeper in the watch world, and you start digging a little deeper in the watch world, and then you land on this, and you're like, oh, now not it. This is a if you know, you know,
Right.
not a everybody knows it.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
And so it's just kind of fun to have watches like that in the collection as well.
Wow.
Get added to your collection, right?
Yeah, I would love to add it to my collection. My goodness, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Thanks for letting me check it out.
Yes, absolutely.
One of a kind. You don't see this every day.
I mean, we get technical on it for a minute. It's got a 41-hour power reserve.
Okay.
So, pretty respectable power reserve.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Especially for a bicompact's chronograph.
Right.
Right. Usually you're looking more like 30 hours on those.
Sure. Sure.
So, just again, a high level of finishing on it, and I just love what they did with the strap there. This particular model of watch is available in a lot of different combinations.
Mm-hmm.
This one was kind of a special one that they did just a few of, so we were happy to get one
Yeah.
with that. I mean, very military themed strap.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
You look like you're supposed to be doing something tough, riding a motorcycle,
Yeah.
driving a fast plane, something.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. High-end motorcycle for sure. Yeah. Wow.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, my
Love it.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Y'all come check this out. This is gorgeous.